Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I don't know if you're familiar with this man, it's Minister Bishop Noel Jones. I know he used to be on this show called Preachers of LA. I used to watch it. He's out of Gardenia, California, in Los Angeles area. He has a ministry down there. He uh, is trending right now because he's just now proposing to his longtime girlfriend. Not exactly sure about how many years they've been together, but I know they've been together for quite a few years. It's been lots of years that they've been together. Because I remember when I was watching that show, and that show was on quite a few years ago, and she was, courting, dating him then. And I'll tell you, this lady has been long suffering. I got to give it to her. She's been long suffering. She's a lot better than me because I can't see myself waiting that long for a man. So, I mean, this lady's been long suffering. You gotta kudos to her. She's been long suffering. Um, and I didn't like the fact that when he was on the show, he was making a lot of excuses and things like that. My thought is either a man wants to marry you or he don't. And you gotta know your worth enough to know that, of how long that you need to wait or, whatever situation is. But everybody's different. I'm not passing any judgment here, but anyway, the purpose of this video is not to bash or anything like that because, I don't do that on my channel, but at the same time, I keep it 100s. But my purpose of this channel is to talk about when men wait too long to commit. When they wait too long to commit, that's the purpose of this video. Uh, I remember I was on somebody's, um, because people in a community post on YouTube, I think this was in a community post, and I think they were asking, when do you think a man is ready to get married? I said when he's ready for a caregiver, and boy, I got so many likes and responses off that comment. And a lot of men, they wait until they play around in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or whatever. And then they wait until they get on up there in years, um, to finally decide to settle down. By that time they didn't had, there's some of them didn't had, I don't know how many baby mamas have been married, and, got a lot of baggage to to boot. But a lot of men, they wait until they're over the age of 50 to finally decide they want to settle down. It is typically when their health is not at its best and their, um, body is breaking down. And so when I said that, people were cracking up. I got so many responses and likes on that comment. But hey, it's true. It's when they're ready for a caregiver. And by the way, he actually mentioned that in this proposal. He actually mentioned that. Because he did a little speech before he proposed to her, and he actually mentioned that. I don't know about her, but I would have ran for the hills. As soon as he had mentioned that, I would have ran for the hills. As soon as he mentioned the word wheelchair caregiver, I would have ran for the hills. I mean, I'm um I wanted to get married way back in my 20s, and it didn't happen, and now that I'm older, I'm having some issues with my body, and everything. Um, my perspective has changed. Um, I not so sure if I want to get married anymore because I don't want to be in a position to where I have to wind up being some guy's caregiver. Because at my age, I'm over 50, so at my age, and I married somebody close to my age, I ain't gonna be trying to get with nobody that's too young. That's a possibility. It's a possibility that because when you get married, that's what you sign up for. And so sometimes I have a hard enough time trying to take care of myself, let alone trying to take care, a husband, that's needs care. So I've been rethinking that thing, and, and the problem with this, this woman has been waiting many years. I don't want to misquote anything. Let me know in the comment section if you know exactly how many years that she's been waiting. I'm getting different numbers on here, so I don't want to state the wrong number. But I know that she's been waiting many years for this man to finally commit to her. And now that he is 72 years old. He is 72 years old. So she doesn't know if 5 years from now he's gonna wind up, anything. I mean, after the age of 70, anything can happen. I mean, after the age of 50, anything can happen. At this point, and um, she doesn't know what kind of situation he's gonna be in, and that's something of us women of a particular age, have to kind of think about when we get older. We kind of have to think about, I deal in reality. I don't deal in fantasy. I don't deal in fantasy. I only deal in reality. So I think when I think in reality terms. I don't think in fantasy terms because life is not a fantasy, not even close to it. Very, very far from it. So I only think in realities. I don't think in fantasies. I quit fantasizing many, many, many years ago. So I just really concerned for her because she looked like she getting on up there in years too. And if something was to happen with him, I guess that she's probably younger than him. But if something was to go down with him, then she's gonna wind up being his caregiver. I mean, he's over 70, and she's got to face realities. If something happens to him, she might have to wind up being his caregiver, and she had to ask herself if she's ready to sign up for something like that. And I know that she's been waiting many years, and she must love him if she waited that many years, and I understand that. And a lot of women feel like they want a companionship and they want some companionship and things like that. And sometimes older women rush into things like that without really stopping to think. And these men know what they doing. These men know what they doing when they get up there. They know that's typically when they're ready to settle down. Literally, when they feel like they need somebody to take care of them, and a lot of them played around for many, many, many years, and then they get on up there in years, and everything start creaking on them. And they feel like, okay, now I need somebody to take care of me. And then they want to, now they're looking to get a woman and settle down. That's a problem. That's a problem. And I know that you got some people that have been married 30, 40 years, and but it's different. It's just different. It's different when you married somebody, y'all both got married when y'all was younger, and you know that you gonna get old, he gonna get old. That's life. And y'all started out when y'all was younger. Y'all went through things together. Everything that y'all went through it, and y'all endured together. And it's just different. It's different when you've been married to a man 20, 30, 40 years, and now he needs someone. He something happens to him, and you have to take care of him. It's just different because he was there with you from day one. Y'all went through things together, and y'all kind of grew together and things like that, and vice versa. He has to take care of you. So I mean, it's just different. It's just different versus marrying somebody that's um you know um already on up there in years, and and y'all haven't been married. Y'all didn't marry young, and in a situation like this where he's kind of been stringing her along for many, many, many years. Now all of a sudden, now why he want to settle down now? See, now because he feel like, and he mentioned that, he literally mentioned that in this proposal. He said, pushing me in my wheelchair. He had to say something like that. He had to say something like that to me. I would have ran for the hills. I would have ran. I would have took a run for the border. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I just, no. It's just, it's that's problematic to me. You know, I just think it's kind of a slap in the face to her that he would make her wait this long. and everything. And now all of a sudden he's on up there in years. He's over the age of 70. Now he wants to settle down. See? When he feels like he needs somebody to take care of him, he probably feels like he needs someone to take care of him. And or if I get sick, that's not okay. Why didn't you marry her 10 years ago? I mean, people say, well, maybe he wasn't ready. Well, that's not beneficial to her. It's not beneficial to a woman. You taking chances either time because you get married to somebody when you're younger, something can happen. Life offers no guarantees, but it's just different when you marry someone. Y'all, he fell in love with you, you fell in love with him. You guys are younger, and it's just different. It's just different. When you've been married to someone a number of years and a situation come up to where they need a caregiver, or you may need it, you know, it's just different versus, you've been dating this person for X amount of years and finally they get to a certain age and then they all jump up and decide they want to settle down. It's just different. It's just different. I think that she seemed like, even when I was watching the show, she seems like she's a nice lady. And I think she just deserved better. And she just got this look on her face like, well, I knew you would finally come around. you, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make fun. But, that's just, to me, I'm not cool with that. This lady was long suffering. She was long suffering. She waited longer than I just couldn't see myself. Cause I had a problem with my son's father. When we was together. I had a problem with him. Stringing. I felt like he had kind of strung me along, and then he gonna have the nerve to finally propose to me after I broke up with him. And he didn't have no ring, so I don't even know if he was really sincere about it. Cause he didn't even have a ring. How you gonna propose to somebody without a ring? So I'm not even sure if he was, even today, I'm not even sure if he was really sincere with it, or if he was just didn't want to lose me or whatever the situation was. But it's, I take it as a slap in the face. You want to make me wait, I don't know how long, and all of a sudden, you know, I don't know. It's just, ladies, let me know in the comment section what you think of this. Um, it's like when a man feels like he plays around and lollygags around, make excuses, and I'm not trying to say that he played the field. That's not what I'm saying. I know he's a minister. I'm not trying to say that he's been playing the field. I don't know what he's been doing. But a lot of these men, now you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of these men be out there playing the field, when they're younger, doing whatever they wanted to do. And then when they get to a certain age and they feel like they need somebody to take care of them, now you ain't ready to settle down. And that woman should be looking at, she should be thinking that she's lucky. Is she supposed to think that she's lucky? She's the is that supposed to be a prize? You didn't. I don't know. She probably feel like she's lucky at this point or blessed because maybe she loves him, but I don't see it as such a big blessing. You know, the only good thing that'll come out of it is if he passes away, she'll gain his assets and things like that because she'll legally be his wife. So that's the good news. But as far as her having, I don't know, as far as her having, someone that could have been a good companion for her and husband and everything, that's something that she could have had years ago. And I think it showed a lack of appreciation for her on his part, making her wait so long. You know, it just showed lack of appreciation. She seemed like she's a good woman. She must be if he finally decided to marry her now. But like I said, I think it's an ulterior motive on his part. He probably feels like he needs somebody to take care of him. Men, a lot of men do that. They wait, they play around all these. You're not saying, like I said, I'm not saying he did it, but a lot of other men, they do that. Shy away from commitment for many years. And then when they get on up there in years and they feel like they need somebody to take care of them, and some of them might actually come out, and a lot of them times they come out and say it, I need somebody to take care of me. they're looking for a caregiver, especially over the age of 70. You're looking for a caregiver. And you know what? I'm not sure if I'm ready to sign up for something like that at this stage in my life and the health issues that I'm dealing with and stuff. I don't know if I'm trying to sign up for nothing like that. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I don't I don't know how much of a blessing that is. There, at any rate, ladies, hit me in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. What do you think? Especially any ladies that's of a particular age, over the age of 40 or 50. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Not here to bash, but just keeping it 100. Men, you can sound off as well. Um, but go ahead, hit that subscribe, like, and share. Hit the notification bell so every time I do a video, you'll be notified. And until the next video, peace and love.